Michael,
Yes.
welcome.
Thank you so much.
First time to Varna, Bulgaria. How does it feel like?
It feels great. I think anytime you show up to someplace you've never been, there's some great anticipation. Some things you don't know. What's it going to
Mm.
be like? What's the people going to be like? I love Eastern Bloc countries, and that's some of my favorite places to go. But when we got the invitation about coming here, I didn't have to think too hard about it. I thought this was a great opportunity, and kind of felt in my spirit that maybe this thing has been prayed about for a long time,
It was, yeah.
and now I'm hearing stories. So it's an honor to be here.
The tour is called Beyond the Far Horizon. How did that title come up?
Well, that line is from a song called "Arms Around the Sun," which is the brand new single from the
Okay.
new record, and I honestly just thought it was a cool name.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, because I just didn't want it to be the Michael W. Smith World Tour.
Mm.
You just kind of start running out of ideas, and so I'm really excited about this brand new project. And I think there's some truth when you think about Abba, you think about God, and there's this whole thing. There's two things. There's one thing where you go, beyond a shadow of a doubt that He not only loves you, but He likes you,
Yeah.
and He's fond of us, and He calls us His own, which blows my mind. But there's some days you go, God,
Mm.
you're so big, you rule the universe, and you're far beyond the horizon. It's
Yeah.
just like so. It's just a sort of uh, a thought about who He is, and so I just thought it would be an appropriate name for the tour.
How has been the audience response so far on the tour, and what do you hope people from Varna to get away from the concert with?
Yeah, the tour's been incredible. Just the response, I could name every night. London, Rotterdam, Germany was off the chart, like just incredible. So I think a lot of those people came to worship. Some of them want to hear the pop stuff. Some of them want to hear
Mm.
songs like Friends and Place of This World. Um, I'm always excited about people who have been dragged along, who don't know me, who probably don't have a relationship with the Lord,
Mm.
um, which is sort of my hope for tonight. That the gospel can be. I prayed it this morning, Lord. Let everything I say and sing be so clear, and let the atmosphere change. And Abba, you show up in the room tonight,
Yeah,
and
amen.
then we're just praying that many lives will be changed. Those who are believers, you pray that they're encouraged. Probably said a lot of people going through some difficult times.
Yeah, true.
Just a breath of fresh air, and everybody walks out of that arena going, I'm going to be okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to be okay because God's got my back.
amen.
Yeah.
You already mentioned your new project, so tell us a little more about it.
Um, yeah, it's kind of taken me by surprise,
Mm.
honestly. I've been doing this for a long time. I don't know if you know that. You probably don't. I don't need to do another record, but I'm energized, and I feel the wind at my back. And so all these crazy 80s, 90s kind of influence songs are kind of falling out of the sky, and I just catch them. Wow, that's kind of a cool idea, and I just
Mm.
put it down. So I've never set out to make honestly, sounds weird. I've really never, for the most part of my life, have never set out to make a certain kind of record. I write a lot of different things.
Mm.
I write pop music. I love to write worship, vertical worship. I've written a lot of cinematic music, scored some movies, and acted in movies and all
Yeah.
that. So I just kind of like taking a day at a time, going, God, what do you want to do in this season of my life? What do you want to download to me that would be so timely for 2025? What are the songs you want to birth in me?
Mhm.
And whatever those are, then I'll dictate, I'll put them down, you just give them to me, and I'll sing them for the world.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what I'm in the middle of. And I think that record will probably be called Beyond the Far Horizon record, but I don't know. I'm halfway
Could
through.
be.
Yeah, but I'm halfway through the record, and we have another single coming out July 25, which we'll play tonight. But I think the record will come out in 26.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. We wish you success with this.
Thank you.
Your music has touched generations of people worldwide. What continues to inspire you after so many years in the industry?
just the calling, you know. I think as you get older and thank God haven't fallen off the cliff,
Mm.
as you continue to pursue the Lord, um, I think you get wiser. I think you are more intentional. I don't care about if I ever get another award again. I don't need accolades. I just want to go, God, I want to do exactly what you want me to do. And I think you want to still continue to use me to expand your kingdom.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
so,
it's awesome.
what is that? And it's not only through songs, it's like, but you become successful, and because of your success, you meet, people like Bono, and then all of a sudden you're friends with the president of another country, and that president invites you to be a part of something called Compassion International, and all of a sudden you're sponsoring tens of thousands of kids. All that stuff would never have happened if you hadn't been successful.
Yeah, that's true.
So I look at it as like, too much is given, much is required, and I know it's not about me. I have a great wife of 43 and a half years.
Very important.
And she's amazing. And so you stay the course. And God, if you still want me to do this, I'm just going to continue to do it. And we're seeing fruit from it. We're seeing, still to this day, 43 years later, 42 years later, after my first record, it never gets old when someone comes up to you and says, I'm alive because of you. And I know it's not because of me, but I'm alive because I was going to take my own life, and I heard a song called Place in This World that changed my life. So to me, what's extraordinary about music, I think it's the most powerful universal language ever. How a 3.5-minute song can change somebody's life.
Yeah.
That blows my mind. And the fact that I get to do that, I pinch myself every day. So I'm a grateful man. Sorry for the long answer.
No, it was a perfect answer. Looking back at your career, were there moments like you said, I should give up? I should be the sportsman my father wanted me to be?
Well, I never went back on the baseball thing was great because my dad was such a great baseball player, and we just loved the game. And I literally threw baseball with my dad every single day. He wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was really upset when I decided not to do it. I made the All-Stars every year, and I was actually a pretty good player. But 15 years old, I didn't make the All-Stars.
Yeah.
And my passions shifted from sports to this thing called a piano. And I started writing all these songs, and so then my dad became my biggest fan. He would embarrass me a lot because he would tell people how great I was all the time. He was going, Dad, you got to stop doing that. So, because he was so proud of me, So it didn't matter what I did, he was going to cheer me on. So I don't have any regrets. Obviously, I don't have the build for a big baseball player, but I knew at 15. I remember it's the only time I walked down the aisle when I was 10 years old. Had an epiphany that Jesus really was who he said he was. I walked down and gave my heart to the Lord, and then I only walked down one other time. It was 15 years old, and I walked down, and Stan Franklin's my pastor. He baptized me, and I looked at him. I said, Stan, I said, I think God's called me into music. Well, I don't know how to get there. I don't know what the rules are.
But that's the call.
But I feel called. Would you pray for me? He laid hands on me and prayed for me.
Wow.
I'll never forget it.
You were a piano player for Amy Grant for a while. Mm-hmm. How did that thing come to step up or step out of that and be, let's say, individual artist?
Well, I just think it was time.
Okay.
I went on the road with her as her musical director in 1982. Hello, it's a long time ago. And then I cut my first record that summer, and then I went on the road with her and opened up for her for the next 2 years.
Okay.
So I was not only her piano player, musical director, but here was this, little kid from West Virginia making his first record. And she said, why don't you go out and sing 4 songs and open up? And so fortunately, her audience seemed to gravitate towards what I was doing. And I really didn't know what I was doing, honestly. But Friends was on that record, and that became such a big song. And then so I did Age to Age, and I did, I think it was the Straight Ahead tour. And then in 1985, I went and did my tour. but I kept going back with Amy. You know, Lead Me On in '88 and '89. I did that tour. We did sold out arenas all across
Wow.
America. We were overseas at some point, and then we've done Christmas records over the years. I mean, Christmas tours together. So, but honestly, I'm not sure I'd be sitting here talking to you if it hadn't been for Amy. She believed in me, and it proved to be a really great thing.
Do you have a favorite song out from your own repertoire? One that still moves you every time you sing it?
I get asked that a lot. I mean, a lot of people would want me to say Friends. Agnus Dei is still, you see what happens
Mm.
when you start playing it, or even Draw Me Close. I mean, on this
Yeah.
European tour, I'll go to Draw Me Close and like, it's like it blows my mind. Um, One of my favorite songs I've ever written is a song called All Is Well, which is on my first Christmas album, which I redid with Carrie Underwood,
Hmm.
a duet.
Oh,
But I would say my favorite songs are all the brand new songs I'm writing, because I think you're always excited about what's coming out next. But I'd say if I had to pick, Agnus Dei / maybe All Is Well.
I personally watched you doing some live sessions during COVID from your house.
Yeah.
And how do you think COVID changed the Christian music?
That's a good question. I'm not sure it. Well, I'm sure it changed it in terms. I mean, we were always sort of locked down.
Mm.
Nobody was out touring. It probably was good for all of us to sort of, what if we didn't do this? What are we going to do with our lives every day? And I think, hopefully for most of us, I mean, for me, it's just going. I just need to love on people, and be available to people, and that was hard. You got the whole, do you wear a mask? Do you not wear a mask? And I think there was a lot of misinformation about all of that, which I won't get into. Um, but yeah, there were no tours. There's nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody was out touring. It was awesome for me and my family, honestly. It brought us all. I mean, we're all close anyway, but we were forced to be with each other a lot. And then that whole thing that I did, it's incredible that you bring it up, because almost everywhere I go, even on every show on this European tour, somebody has brought up, I'll never forget you doing the coming to us for 13 weekends in a row
Yeah.
during COVID. And I just think it was so encouraging for people. And I
Yeah,
kind of
it
now
was.
wish I'd done more.
It was for me.
Well, thank you. I'm glad I did it. It was good. It was different every week. I was by myself one time. Debbie, my wife, was with me one time. I had my band with me. I mean, I just kept thinking, these people were isolated. There's people probably experienced a depression. There's obviously, we got people dying. I mean, it was just like, it was traumatic. And it just felt like it was the right thing to do. And I'm so glad I did it.
Everything that we do online and streaming and recording live sessions at church and services, you never know who watches that,
Yeah.
where, and what is the actual influence that you have with those people. So this is what I felt, and what you just say now, with all the people on the European tour reflecting on what you did like 5 years ago, and yeah, it's really
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. It was the right thing.
I have one last question for now.
Okay.
With all of the AI stuff out there, what is your advice to a Christian artist who wants to stand out?
Well, don't use AI. you know, yeah, you got to be yourself, and I think we've just got to refuse to go there. I mean, it's fun to play around with it. I don't. I mean, I don't think I've ever gone and looked up AI to see what my song would sound like. I mean, people all do it all the time, but I think people are still. I don't think AI can replace authenticity.
Mm, we
And
hope so.
yeah, but people are going to go there. You know what? I can't stop that. I'm not going to do that. I don't need AI. He's my AI.
Yep.
He's the creator. He's the great creator, and
Yes.
there's nobody who creates better than Abba. And AI doesn't even come close. That's just my opinion. So I would just continue to just every day. I just go, God, give me great creativity, um, give me great wisdom. Show me what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to do something else? I'm not like if God said I want you to go do something completely different, I go, okay, let's do it. So, but right now I think I'm on point, and I'm making new music. I'm touring the world. We're seeing fruit from it.
Mm.
We're seeing people's lives being changed, and it doesn't really get any better than that.
One of the co-organizers of the concert tonight is a festival called New Song.
Yes.
It has been established here in our church, and this year is the 11th edition.
Yeah.
With the festival, we encourage Bulgarian authors to write their original songs.
Okay.
What will be your message to them?
Ooh. To the songwriters, right? Be yourself. Write something original. Don't try to copy something. We don't need another Bono. We don't need another Madonna. We don't need another Michael W. Smith or an Amy Grant. We need you. We need you to be you. And yeah, I would. And on a personal note, I would commit to pray for all these songwriters here in Bulgaria, that they'll write things that will connect with people, and the songs will be life changing.
Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
It was a great interview
I
and
loved it.
great answers. Thank you.